One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Red Raiders will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll try the run. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Taylor wants to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Looks it in at the 40. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Give out of the gun. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it first and 10. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the Red Raiders with the first and 10. give to the running back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Red Raiders can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
On second and goal, he'll try to do it himself to the right. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. How in the world did he miss that? So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, the running back has it. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Caught behind the line. It's Bradley. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Baker. Breaks into the open. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. And the Rebels are rolling down the field. Off play action on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Watkins. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Rides to back and leaves it. Ran through the contact. Just plowing ahead. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll run play action. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got rid of it just in time. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
I think some people will get upset. What are you doing? Why are you throwing the football away? I'm in field goal range. I take a sack, it makes it a harder field goal. This is a great job by the quarterback, understanding the situation and throwing the football away.
Texas Tech, 6. Ole Miss, 0.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Here's the pressure. And he dropped it. Just didn't work the thing all the way in.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously open over the middle of the field. But you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit. You see more drops over the middle of the field.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. They'll go to the air.
When I get inside the 3 on 1st and goal, I want to be aggressive with the run. I want to be a physical. I want to be the more dominant team. You might know it's coming, but I'm still going to bring it. They tried to go with the changeup. They tried to throw the football very unsuccessfully. Nice job by the defense being ready for everything, even though they're inside the 3-yard line.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. The lead is down to a field goal. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Barnett. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's 2 options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football, be conservative. They're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some...
Touchdown, Rebels! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it out. It's Fields. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running to Green. Got enough for the first down. There he goes. The 40. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. They're going to run it to the right. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Oh, it's a reverse. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And playing defense now in college football, you have to be ready for motions. And wide receivers are becoming more and more part of the game plan of getting them the football, letting them be running backs. You see it even in the NFL some too. Great job by the defense. They were ready for it. They were aware. Now the offense maybe use that as a decoy in the future.
And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Give to the big fullback. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Really good job by this defense. Understanding responsibility football. Playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Quarterback adapted. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking for a crease. It's Hill.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Taylor wants to throw it. Extending the play. He throws one to the left. Makes the catch at the 20. There he goes to the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left, eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young athletic Jesse Palmer, getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to roll out to my left like that in my playing days, but how about this quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he could advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Fields. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They want to run this quarterback. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going to take a shot. Makes the grab to the 25, and there's room. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Taylor wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Rifles it down the middle. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And we've already we've seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
He'll take another shot here. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure to do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Now the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Now on first down from the 28. They'll try the left side. Looking for room at the 40. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
Caught over the middle. It's Stone. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And that one will give them the lead.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
And he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Power football with the run. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback moving. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Makes the catch at the 45. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
Bringing it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Taylor wants to throw it. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Pulls in the deep ball. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Quick completion on the out. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And the Rebels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Ole Miss! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Ready to try the point after.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Fields. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finding open areas. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And this team needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Unloads it downfield. He's got it for a big play. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Old school running games, this has been the game for you, and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless going over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. On the move, it's Green. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Hand off from the shotgun. Fights off the defender. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Rebels have this offense rolling. To the ground with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Rebels! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Caught in the backfield, it's Fields. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take...
Turning it on! Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. Finds a little space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the ball.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up fourth down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They want that clock to run. Got the first down and more. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to...
There he goes. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The Rebels will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Leaves it with the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Hill. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely perfect. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. He'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Oh, they're after him. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Going to swing it on second down. Pressure coming. And they get it in the end zone for a safety, and that should wrap this one up tight. And they'll set up with a free kick from their own 20.
And you practice the 2-minute drill all week long, and you dream about making those big plays, and how about this defense coming up big, shutting down this offense. The offense has a chance to go make this a game, maybe go win the football game, and the defense does their job, does their part, makes the big safety, and now receiving the football and putting one nail in the coffin.
Looking to throw on first down. He's looking deep. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Now